I only debate with my equals. All others I teach.
What up, H-Rap?
What up, what up, what up?
What up, what up, what up? Welcome back to the Chief Seats, where culture meets conversation. It's your boy Mo, H-Rap. What's today? Tuesday?
Tuesday the 10th,
Tuesday, June 10th.
6 months from my daughter's birthday.
If you ain't got your taxes done, you're getting that letter in the mail today. They coming for your bread. So call the people they be having on the radio all the time about the people that ain't paid their taxes. I got them problems. Optima Tax Relief.
Optima tax relief. Din it.
Hey, no doubt, man. What's up, man? Welcome back to the Chief Seats, man. Make sure y'all click that like button. Make sure y'all hit that share button. Make sure y'all like. Make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all tell somebody that you done found a dope podcast and you want them to check it out, man. Rap, talk to me, man. What's up?
Man, it's a good day. It's a good day. No work today. No, I'm chilling. I'm on the best podcast in the history of the world. And I got another dope podcast coming. Don't tell nobody.
Okay. Ain't no doubt, man. Listen. What
Y'all need to subscribe.
Yeah, exactly. Subscribe to all the platforms we own, man. I don't forgot which ones we own, man. We need to, you know what? When we crank back up next week, we need to put a link up, or we need to put something up with all the list of platforms that we own, man. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to everybody in the chat room. Shout out Miss Mocha Bella. Listen, man, I wanna we're gonna reverse the lineup, man, because we had a legend that we lost yesterday, and we gotta give him his just due. If you tapped in, you saw the thumbnail, so you know what it is, man. We lost a legend, brother. Sylvester Stewart, aka Sly Stone, Mr. Take You Higher, Mr. If You Want Me to Stay, Mr. Family Affair. The list goes on, man.
Mr. Everyday People.
Everyday People. So you gotta shout out your favorite Sly Stone songs, man.
Man, it's too many, man. You know the beautiful thing about Sly Stone? When someone like this, and it's sad that we wait for somebody like this to pass away, they were showing all these collages of him and everything. 1984 Prince in Purple Rain was a mirror of Sly Stone. Was a complete, the round sunglasses, the motorcycle, the whole thing.
Yeah.
He was paying homage to Sly Stone, and nobody used to talk about it because Prince was talent-wise, he was a mirror to Sly Stone. He was one of the dopest people in the world. We were in Pole's music group last night, and she was playing Sly music, and I was like, man, and I typed into the chat room, this is the dictionary definition of feel-good music.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. He fathered so many of your favorite artists. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like the little slide that you see right here, I got one on there with a lot of the album covers. And if you notice the one with the flag, with the American flag, go back and look at that Stankonia album, Outkast Stankonia. Dre 3000 talked about that. He was like, that's, we got that from Sly. We got that from Sly. So Mocha Bell in the chat room say also Wayne Lewis of the group Atlantic Star died on June 5th. Man, rest in peace. I didn't know that.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Did not know that. Rest in peace. See, man, that's what's sad about this entire endeavor of these musical legends passing away because of budget cuts. And I don't want to get political, but because of budget cuts and things of that nature, and our lack of infusing ourselves back into our community and churches and things of that nature. Who's going to be the next? We're always saying, who's going to be the next Michael Jordan? Who's going to be the next LeBron, Kobe? It's easy to be the next that. Who's going to be the next Prince? Who's going to be the next Michael Jackson? Who's going to be the next Sly Stone? The scary part is, man, George Clinton is older than this man.
Really? I didn't know
George Clinton is older than this man. Who else older than, equally, around the same age? Stevie Wonder. Think about it, man. All the Sly's contemporaries are just about out of here, man.
Yeah. Yeah, Stevie Wonder, man. Stevie Wonder be at everybody's funeral. Stevie Wonder at every every award show, he's involved in one of them tributes, man. But and what I don't want to do is talk about the issues that he may have had. We all know, we know about all that. We all know about all that. Let's celebrate what he contributed to black music, American music, music in general. You know what I'm saying? Because if you hadn't seen it, and I know, I think we talked about this the other night. Might have been last night. I think during the forecast, I think we mentioned it. But go watch that documentary. What is it on? Is it Hulu?
It's on Hulu.
It's got to be Hulu because I think Questlove produced it.
Questlove
from the Roots produced it, and he did the documentary, the Black Woodstock documentary on Hulu as well. So he must have a contract. Dope documentary, man. Go check it out, man. Sly,
yeah, man, it's
straight up legend, bro.
I mean, man, you know one thing. And speaking of those issues that he had, one thing it angered me, and you know it's tough to get angry about something that does not have any true connection to you. They showed when they inducted the Family Stone, Sly and the Family Stone, in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and all the members of the bands were there.
Yeah.
And you know, Sly was going through his issues at that point, and this was late enough in world time to understand that addiction is a illness that a lot of us catch. Nobody wakes up in the morning and go, oh man, I ain't doing nothing. I might as well start getting addicted to these barbiturates and this heroin and this cocaine. Don't nobody do that.
Right.
And the lady stood her ass on that stage and said, well, we're all here except some people. And I'm sitting there like,
I saw that. Because I thought it was a joke. I thought it was a joke at first, bro. I sat there and I watched it and I thought it was a joke. I'm like, nah, Sly gonna be Sly. He gonna make that entrance that he make, and yeah, that was some bullshit. But
man, that anger.
And I'm glad.
I'm sorry. No, go ahead. Go. You glad?
I'm glad that we started seeing a few people give him his flowers before he died. You know what I'm saying? The documentary that came out before he passed away. You know, stuff like that. They inducted him in before he passed away, you know? Because make no mistake about it, the band was dope. But Sly was the George Clinton, you know what I'm saying? He was the you know, he was the engine. They ran that whole movement, you know what I'm saying? Even when he left field, when he went left field, it was dope. Remember some of them later albums he did and people kind of questioned it. It was still dope.
And they only questioned it because he was going political. People hate when you go political and hold that proverbial mirror up, man. Look, man, if you got flaws, like with us, if our podcast needs something in addition to what we're doing, it's nothing for one of our supporters to say, hey, man, I like this, but maybe y'all should try that. If you're not open to that, you have a problem. But man, America hates when people hold their mirror up and say, hey, man, you need to leave these LGBTQ people alone. You need to leave these Latino people alone. You need to leave these black folks alone. You need to leave, you know, when you say you need to leave these, well, I thought we were just enjoying music. No. Music has never been just about music. Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart was a rebel. Was a rebel.
And again, bro, like you start thinking about some of the stuff that people done adopted, done just pull from, and that's what you do as an artist. I mean, and you know how much I love music, man. I said I can talk about music all day long, but as an artist, there's never been an artist to exist that didn't pull from somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's fashion. I mean, look at the album covers, man. Come on, man. And I get it. That was the wave. That was the movement. But the way, you know what I'm saying, he pushed the envelope. Remember that video, Freak? That song CeeLo Green did. Looked like a Sly Stone video. Looked like Sly Stone meets Parliament Funkadelic video. You know what I'm saying? And they pull from everywhere. And what was funny about Sly to me is when you listen to him sing, it almost sounds like he really ain't a vocalist like that. But then on certain songs, you know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, all right. And I'm trying to think of one right now. I ain't got the playlist up in front of me, but It's a couple songs that he did where he showed off his vocal range. James Brown did
Mm-hmm.
that. Josh Clinton did
Mm-hmm.
that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
One of my top 5 all time, Curtis Mayfield did that in his own
Mm-hmm.
lane. You know what I'm saying? And when you hear his music and then you start listening to some others, and even you have artists that like come out in our generation or later, don't even realize that that's where they get it from. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
People like
Mm-hmm.
him. So salute to Sly,
Man,
man.
and you know what? To mention like you was mentioning vocal range, I'm really a neophyte when it comes to things like that. I'm a vibe dude. If I feel
Hmm.
your music, I love your music.
Right.
But what people, I think, unlike you are an appreciator of music. I think a lot of people get so caught up in, well, you're not as good a singer as Michael Jackson. You can't keep up with Celine Dion. You can't keep up with Millie Jackson. I mean, Minnie Riperton. But I
Hmm.
don't have to be able to keep up with them. My point is to take my art, sit it in front of you. If you can appreciate it, mission accomplished.
Right.
Mission
Right.
accomplished. One thing I learned from an old man that I've never met in my life, a cat named Norman Lear. He the architect behind some of my favorite 70s TV shows, Jefferson, Good Times, All in the Family, Maude, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Somebody asked, what's your favorite TV show? He said, the one I'm going to make next. He said, I never say what is
Hmm.
my best.
Yep.
He said, when I eat a sandwich, that's the best sandwich I've ever eaten in my life because I'm never gonna be able to eat that sandwich again. And I
Hmm.
was full from it. And
Boy.
somebody else
Mm.
said, he was like, I'm not in my best. He said, I'm working on And he was like, He said, I'm trying to make better.
Yeah.
Better.
Yeah. Yeah.
He said, I'm working on I was like, damn, that was dope.
See, I
And
love I love to hear
and
artists
until
talk like that. I love that, bro. Because
yeah,
I mean, especially your favorite artists, man. I love to hear them talk like that because, like, look, I'm gonna use Shador Sanders as an example.
mm-hmm,
They mad at him. Why? Because he's confident and he ain't shy about it, right? Why we
mm-hmm.
don't get to be like that? Hey, bro, listen, this was dope, but guess what I'm finna do? You know what I'm saying? How many artists
Say it
dropped a
again.
dope album and then they next album they actually met that same standard and beyond, on their follow
Mm-hmm.
up. You done heard of her? A
Yeah.
couple artists do that. Like, I
Mhm,
don't know if
mhm.
you a Tribe fan or not. Yeah, you a Tribe fan. I ain't even got to ask you that.
No, not
People's
yet.
Instinctive Travels, their very first album. A lot of people
Mhm,
considered it innovative, groundbreaking,
mhm,
and dope,
mhm.
right? How them dudes gonna do it again? Low End Theory followed up behind it.
So
Boom.
it-
Killed the game.
They
Crushed the
kept
game.
getting better.
Yeah, it kept getting better. Midnight Marauders was dope. Beats, Rhymes, and Life was
Mhm,
dope. The Love Movement was
mhm,
dope. And be confident in that. You know what I'm saying? But in order to be a
mhm,
Sly Stone, you know what you got to be? You got to be comfortable in your skin. You got to know that you one of
mhm,
them ones and just
mhm.
go out there and just throw it against the wall and see what stick. If nothing else,
And that's it.
you found peace in knowing that, you know what? I made the music that I wanted to make. And the best artists, in my
You,
opinion, are fearless.
you know who do? I'm listening. You say that. You know who does that? Nas.
Yeah.
Nas clearly makes music that he wants to hear.
Yeah. Because if he didn't, then, I mean,
He'll be he'll be Swiss
he'd
beating
be, he'd
all the
be, he'd be,
way
yeah,
and
he'd be platinum every
primo and
time.
he'll be platinum. And he like,
Hmm.
hey man, this is what I like, and it'd be dope. People love Jay-Z a little more. He's more popular. He probably made more money. But if you just lined up album for album for that catalog, Nas' catalog is better than Jay-Z's. He gets more critical acclaim, but you don't go back and listen to old Jay-Z.
I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this clip right here, that quote you
Mm-hmm.
just made, that take you just gave. Next
Mm-hmm.
week, we just talked about it. Next week, we gonna try to do a music episode, and I'm bringing that clip back, bro, because this is the first time in a long time you said something I disagree with. Let me
Okay.
let me be
What?
clear. I don't want to get too deep into it right now, but let me be clear. I'm a bigger Nas fan than Jay-Z fan. But
Okay.
pound for pound, album for catalog against catalog,
Catalog.
bro, let me tell you
This week,
something.
I want you to.
Outside of Illmatic, It Was Written, King's Disease, and I'm gonna throw Godson in there. I wasn't a big fan of a lot of Nas's albums, but Nas as an
I
artist,
want
that's
you
my
to.
guy.
I want
And
you
we
to go
gon' we
listen
gon'
to him.
yeah, we okay, all right. Listen, I listen to music going to sleep, bro. Shout out to the chat room, man. Shout out to D Great, man. Shout out to Andrea Black. Shout out to Poe. What up, Poe? Hey man, listen. Let me say this one last thing about Sly. We can move on. But you remember what's the movie? Don Cheadle. Don Cheadle and She Would Tell Ejiofor. I think I'm saying his name right. And Taraji. The Petey Green. They did the Petey Green
Petey Green story. I went right to
Talk
it.
to
It's
Me.
the Petey Green story.
Talk to Me. Yeah, that's the name of the movie. Talk to Me. You remember he had got the job at the radio station, right? And I can't remember the scene exactly what happened. No, I think I can't remember what happened in that scene. But anyway, he put the Sly Stone on. If You Want Me to Stay. Man, let me tell you something, man. I used to always listen to Pop's records, right? I tell you this story all the time, man. I'm in the basement. I'm a kid. I go stay the weekend with Pops, and one of my favorite memories of my father, God rest his soul, one of my favorite memories was sitting there. He done smoked his joint. He done drunk his crown. And now he want to listen to music. That's all he want to do. He want to listen to music. So we down there in the basement. He got the record player on, and he would tell me to hand him crates, if he wanted to switch it up. And I would sit on the edge of the bed, and I'm holding the albums, and I'm just looking. And he got me reading through all the credits. He wanted to tell me about the drummers, the guitar players, the saxophonists, who wrote the records and everything. He educated me on everything that he was listening to at that time, right? And when I heard that on that movie, I remember the day that, what I'm saying, I got the Sly album, right? And I'm like, damn, this dude right here. I thought he was like one of the members from Parliament or something. And he put it on, and it was that funk. It was that funk. And so after I had watched that movie, man, you know what I did? I got to go find that Sly. I got to play it, man. So listen, rest in peace, Sly Stone, man. Rest in peace to a legend. Rest in peace to what I consider to be a god of music and an innovator.
Let me add something to it. This is to show you why I know me and you are meant to do podcasts together. When you said one more thing about Sly and you started telling that story, it took me back. My grandmother passed away in 1977. Dolores Pollard.
See, I was
remember my mother and her sister would hang out and go hang out. They would leave me with my sisters and our cousins. You know how back in the day, everybody put their cousins in the room. It wasn't no babysitters. You had a couple 14-year-olds, some 13-year-olds, some 12, 10, everybody was there. And my Aunt Rita used to play the grooves off that Sly Stone album. The very first thing I thought of is anytime it was time to clean up or it was time to go to my grandma's house, you would walk into my grandmother's house and you would hear, If You Want Me to Stay. I'm talking about religion. It was almost like she saw my mom the car pull up and she hit that record. Back in the day when you had those component sets where you would stack like 6 records, the record would play and it'll drop.
Yeah. Boy, I miss them days, boy. But we old, boy.
Oh man.
We old. I love it though. I love it, man. We old, man. I love it. I remember that. The album was just dropping, and I ain't miss a beat, man.
And man,
that's before the MP3s.
Man, I like those days better, man.
Yeah.
Hey, but you know what? That's when you had to have a good album, though. You couldn't have no hit. You had a good album.
You had to have a good album. You had to have a good album back then, and they had them. Oh my God, man. Rest in peace, Sly, man.
Rest in peace, Sly Stone.
Let's move on, man. Now you got to give me a moment, man, because now you got to let me nerd out for a minute, man. Let me nerd out.
There you go.
Let me nerd out for a minute. So, all right. So Apple just they just every year, every June they have their WWDC. So that's where they roll out their new software. They roll out their new products.
What WWDC stand for?
Say what?
Educate the people on what WWDC stands for.
Okay, as soon as I look it up, I'll tell you because I don't even know. I knew, but I don't know. Hold on, I'm about to look at that right now because I'm curious about that. I'm about to look at that right now. But yeah, so they do it every June, right? And what it is it's their opportunity to roll out new products, new hardware, new software, whatever. I don't know what
Mhm.
WWDC mean. Google it. Y'all got to Google it. But
I'm gonna. Go ahead. You start. I Google.
I bet. So the big news was centered around their software on yesterday, right? So yesterday
Mm-hmm.
they got, you know how they got the you'll see, you get it, you can upload your phone, you got the iOS 16, 17, 18 or whatever, right? So anytime you get them little updates, that's what they be doing. So the big updates, they do them around June. Well, they announce them around June, then they hit in the fall. And this
Mm-hmm.
one right here, I was waiting on the one for the iPad, right? Because I mean, I've been getting on your nerves about it. I talk to you. I'm like, man, I need my iPad to feel more like a MacBook, right? And they
Mm-hmm.
did it.
Yep.
They came through. They got the software. I got the beta version. I'm seeing, looking at it right now, and it functions like a MacBook. But what I didn't like, man, they if you see the little clip right there, they
Mm-hmm.
trying to change the way everything looks. The iPhone, they got it with this clear glass and all that, and they doing it across all of their hardware, the Macs,
Mm-hmm.
the iPads, the Apple TVs, and whatnot. I ain't crazy about it, man. I'm not crazy about it. I hadn't heard a lot of people complain about it yet. Them nerds like me that just be into this kind of stuff. But there you go. Shout out to Mocha. Worldwide Developers Conference. That's exactly what it
Mm-hmm.
is. As soon
Thank
as
you
I
very
saw it,
much.
I
Thank you
remember.
very
Shout out to Mocha. But yeah, I ain't crazy about it, man, because I feel
much.
like it's gonna make it look and feel clunky. But I don't know. I ain't updated my phone yet. I refuse to do it because as much as I love all that tech stuff, I don't like buying cell phones. I'm gonna keep this phone till
Yeah.
it blow up. I'm gonna keep it till it blow up. They cost too much. They overpriced. They powerful. We gotta have them, but nah. I'm gonna keep this phone right here unless somebody run over it. I drop it from 30 feet and it split into a million pieces. I ain't buying no phone.
I just paid off my phone the other day, man.
Yeah,
Mine in April and Bria's and Keisha's and June.
it's a good feeling, man. When my
I ain't
kids got
not.
off my account, boy, let me tell you something. That's a different kind of freedom right there. I'm like, y'all ain't never getting back on one of my phone plans ever again. God, they tear phones up
Man,
left and right.
listen.
My youngest, that boy tear a phone up in a heartbeat, man. But
Mm-hmm.
but yeah. So I ain't finna bore everybody with all that tech stuff because we really not really talking about this. I want you to
Mm-hmm.
talk to me about the impact that, because one of the other things that they announced was Apple Intelligence. You probably heard about that. You probably see the commercials all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Apple Intelligence, the whole
Mm-hmm.
chat GPT integration with all their devices and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Where we
Mm-hmm.
going with this?
See, the reason I even brought this topic up is I'm not a tech nerd, but I'm a low level tech nerd. Like if you're a sports car lover, you love the Ferraris and you love the Bugattis
Hmm.
and you love the Porsche and you love all the Maserati. That's what you like. I'm the type of sports car. Like if you like muscle cars, you like the 450s with the big blocks and all that. I'm the type of dude that I just love. I used to love my Camaro,
Yeah.
I'm an old man, but I'm still considering getting me a Ford Mustang 5.0 GT tricked out
Hmm.
premium package. I ain't finna put the extra kit on it. I just like the car. I just like the tech. I like the new. I like new phones, but just like you, I like my money more than I like
Oh
technology.
boy,
So I'm
what?
not gonna call myself a techie. But my issue is this is an issue that came to my mind. I want to say 15 years ago. Yeah, my son will be 32. He was about 16 years old at the time. And me and my son had just watched one of the Avenger movies or one of those movies like X-Men or Avenger or something like that. So my son was like, that was right in his wheelhouse. But he like,
Hmm.
this old Joker. I don't know. I gotta check his temperature. He said, "Did you like it?" I say, "Man, I loved it." And we was going back and forth. I said, "It's only one thing I ain't like." He said, "What's that?" I said, "That movie showed you everything." I said, "You saw the man running around the kitchen, throwing dishes at people, slapping them, and he was so fast." I said,
Hmm.
"We saw how fast he was." I said, "We see these dudes flying." I said, "They didn't leave anything to the imagination." And Chat
Right.
GPT and other softwares, we're gonna write it for you. We're gonna write this story for you. And
Hmm.
then they write out a great story. Uh, Mo and Rap do it. Does you all you have to do is put Mo and H Rap in South Carolina, in Illinois, doing the podcast, best podcast in the world, and they're gonna write out the script. That makes you mentally lazy. That makes you that get just dumbs us down to the point where we are on the precipice of the Terminator movie, where the machines take over and we just a bunch of dummies fixing the machines so we can keep going. That's what I'm
Hmm.
scared of.
You see that? I mean, you see that being a reality though. I mean, like because this would kill me, man. It's like these tech companies. At the end of the day, it's business, bro. It's business, and innovation sells when it come down to
Mm-hmm.
tech. It just
Mm-hmm.
does.
Mm-hmm.
But how much of a grip do you have on it though? Like, and I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but let me point this out though. So I think one of the best examples of technology kind of being beyond our control is really
Mm-hmm.
social media. You know what I'm saying?
There it is.
They can't police it. You can't police it without
Mm-hmm.
somebody losing money. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So one of the things you be hearing all the time is these kids out here that's emotionally unstable, suicidal, as a result
Mm-hmm.
of something that happened on social media. You know what I'm saying? I
Mm-hmm.
mean, information is instant now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, years ago, it might take you a day or two to find out about something tragic or something, crazy or something that's going to directly impact you eventually. Now it's instant.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I
Mm-hmm.
guarantee you, Sly Stone died and we found out 10, 15 minutes later. The whole world.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
The whole world.
And I just don't feel like as quick as this stuff is rolling out because the AI, the technology, the chat GPT, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong. Somebody in the chat room, if you're listening, correct me if I'm wrong. Timbaland came out the other day talking about a new artist that he
Mm-hmm.
got coming out, but it's an
Mm-hmm.
AI artist. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Everything about it is not even a human being. Is AI. Now I might have heard
Mm-hmm.
wrong about that, but
No, 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 you didn't.
yeah, you know
You
what I'm
didn't.
talking about. So yeah, and
Mm-hmm.
how many
See,
times? How many times
we're
you done
being
been
replaced.
scrolling? Yeah, how many times you scroll and you see an ad from a celebrity, and it take you a minute to realize that's not even really them. That's their voice,
Mm-hmm.
and somebody that took their image, their likeness, and manipulated it to the point to where it appears to be them. And
Mm-hmm.
bro, that's to me that's dangerous. That's extremely it's reckless as humans, and it's dangerous. You know what I'm saying? So I don't trust it. I love it. I don't trust. Shout out to my boy Dunn in the chat room. He know me. He done been in the studio with me. He know how much I love the buttons, the tech,
Mm-hmm.
the software, all of that.
Mm-hmm.
But bro, I mean, it's getting out of control, and I feel like it's reckless.
Yeah.
I feel like it's dangerous.
We don't even think anymore. It's making you see the reason it's so dangerous is we don't even think anymore. And we actually think we're thinking. Perfect
Hmm.
example, us not thinking. We think we thinking. We chose, like okay, let's just turn ourselves inside out. We ain't black no more. We white guys. We white, right? What it was, conservative guys. We
Yeah.
elected Donald Trump. They gave, we are the people who chose the president. No, you didn't. That's just like if I go to my girl house tonight, I say, hey, baby, let's go to dinner. You can get whatever you want, McDonald's or Wendy's. Oh, I pick Wendy's. You didn't pick Wendy's. I did.
Yo.
I picked Wendy's. I said, whatever you want, and you heard that. And then I said McDonald's or Wendy's. And you said Wendy's. You
Hmm.
didn't pick what you wanted to eat. I picked it. And just like, hey dog, I used to be the number one debt collection supervisor in the United States of America for Capital One. No kidding. No
Yeah.
kidding at all. I used to manipulate the entire hell out of people with one word, with one phrase, and I will cut your bill in half. People, the
Got to
magic
do it.
number used to be $50. Hey man, you owe $800 million. What you got? $50. Not a problem. You know how many people I beat with this? Hey, Mr. Nesbitt, you owe $1,000. And I used to tell people when I was training, how you collect $1 million? I don't know. Ask for it. You got
Right.
$1,000, Mr. Nesbitt? No. Okay, what you got? Man, you him and her, and somehow we always got to
But
$50.
it's like I said, they forcing you how to think. It kind of forces you how to think.
And then look, right now, this is the lick I had for every season. Right now, Mr. Nesbitt, I know your kids just getting out of school. You got some plans for summer vacation. I know school shopping is coming up. This is what we're gonna do. in 6 months, it'll be Christmas time. I don't want to disturb your Christmas. If you give me $50 a month and post-dated checks to January, you get your taxes. Whatever you owe in January, I'll cut it in half. Your ass then gave me $350 up front. It's and now I've been cut 700 and 650 in half. You gonna give me another 350? You paid 700. Motherfuckers heard. I'll cut it in half.
Yep.
Do you know? I mean, in order to get $3,500, I used to have to collect $15,000 a month. I used to walk into the first of the month with $15,000 in post dated checks. So you just say what you, and I'll cut it in half. People, you'll cut it in half. Tell you what, Mr. Nesbitt, whenever you call me, if you play the lottery and win, I'll cut it in half. Not thinking, this motherfucker cut it in half now. Let me go call my brother, my sister, my uncle, everybody give me $100 and I'm done with this.
Yep.
But no, I'm going to give you $50. I'm going to get over. You know how many people gladly called me 6 months later and gave me $350 more and gave me $750? I mean, really?
Yeah.
Thank you.
But yeah, I mean, and that's what it is, man. I mean, you're starting to see people lose the ability to think for themselves, right? And this shit right here, it just, and look, and we, evolution is natural. You know what I'm saying? So the technology behind that is necessary. And shout out to all of these scientists and geniuses and the little weird motherfuckers in the garages that's coming up with all of this stuff. Because I mean, shit, it's done got to the point to where, I mean, we can't live without one of these right here. You know what I'm saying? It's a necessity, man. Like, look at my boy in the chat room talking about, you heard the music I did with AI. He sent me a track. Completely AI. And it's dope.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's, I don't know, man. It can get scary sometimes. I mean, I don't like, you know, I didn't like what I saw yesterday with the WWDC. It's some dope stuff that they did that I feel like is revolutionary, but Apple kind of going downhill, bro. And I hate to say that because you know me, I'm in that ecosystem deep.
But you know what?
I'm in that ecosystem very deep.
They don't have to improve anymore because we don't think. Mo, it's bled over into sports. Remember, look, you used to have the Lakers. Let's go back to the 80s. The Lakers was fast break, run and gun. We gonna Byron Scott and Cooper hit the threes. Worthy cut the lane. Kareem with the sky hook. AC Green with the rebounds. Boston Celtics moved the ball around, ran the triangle offense. They cutting, they doing all this and that. Philadelphia was pound you, Dr. J / dunk. The Phoenix Suns was everybody rushed to the rim. The Seattle Supersonics was just a mix of everything. Everybody had their own style. Now everybody shoots. You ain't even got individual. You ain't even got clear thinking in basketball. When Jalen Brunson gets past to the top of the key, the defense don't know what the hell to do with him because what is he doing? He's driving. He's making layups, dummy. He looks like a superstar because the rest of y'all only know what the computer told you to do. Since when have we lived in a world where black dudes can't drive to the basket?
Man, it's
black guys uncomfortable driving to the basket.
It's heavy now. It's heavy. They got your boy, and I know we turning this into a sport conversation, but they got your boy. They got your boy, Joker, the best player in the league now. Come on, man.
Of course.
Come on, and he tough. The boy tough. We ain't gonna get into that though. I don't want to tilt the conversation the wrong way. But we about to get it. We about to go into some basketball anyway. Let's get into it, man. Let's talk about it.
Joker the best player again.
What?
Adam Silver.
What'd you say?
Adam Silver made Joker the best player in the league because he want them Euro eyes.
Oh, okay.
He's a very good ball player. But give me one example of David Robinson, Hakeem Olajuwon, hell, Rick Smits, Dikembe Mutombo, or any of these big time Hall of Fame level or All-Star level centers being shut down by a 6'5" guy. Joker got neutralized by a 6. Boy, you put a 6'5" dude on Rasheed Wallace and you asking him to score 40.
Yeah.
In a quarter, maybe.
Yeah.
Come on.
Listen.
Jermaine O'Neal. Put a 6'5" guy on Jermaine O'Neal.
Let's get into it, man. NBA marketing issues, man. So we got the NBA finals going on. We got Indiana Pacers. We got OKC Thunder. And the whole conversation, a part of the conversation around the finals has been two small market teams in the NBA finals. Ain't nobody gonna watch. The ratings gonna be low because nobody give a damn about small market teams. I disagree with that. I know for a fact you disagree with that. But I hadn't looked at the numbers from the past two games. So I don't know if it's true or false, as far as the majority goes. But you see it, the question down there, is the NBA giving small market teams enough attention?
Hell no. Watch this. Just to show you how, again, it's to show you how stupid the world has become. And I'm calling people stupid. I'm not calling no individual stupid, but this is how dumb the world has become. The last time I checked, Detroit was a small market, right? Portland is a small market. Did nobody not watch the Trailblazers versus the Pistons?
Clyde Drexler, Isaiah Thomas, come on, man.
Come on, man. Come on, dog. See, what the fact that we're still using these antiquated terms like small market teams shows me how stupid the world has gotten. How is it there? Small market used to mean ain't nobody really paying attention over there. But you can pay attention to sports in China now. You can tap into the NBA in Australia now.
That's that tech we was just talking about.
Technology allows you, bruh. My podcast picked up steam when Made in Manchester, this rap crew, started inboxing me. Yo, H-Rap, I love your show. Keep it the good work. I ain't never been to Europe. I ain't never been to England.
What was that name again?
Made in Manchester. Made in Manchester. This rap crew, man, they dope. Man, I remember when I first started my podcast, some cat, I don't even know his name. He inboxed me on Twitter. He said, hey, man, I noticed that you played music at the beginning of your podcast. And I said, yeah. He said, would you play my song? I listened from Australia. I said, hell yeah, I played it. Damn. It was horrible. And I played it like 3 straight weeks. But you know why I played it? If you've taken the time to listen to me in Australia, the least I can do is play your song. Right. So if I can get in contact with people from other continents, the whole other side, you so far away from me that the toilet in America goes like this. The toilet where you at go like this. Small market my ass, man. They supposed to be highlighting two of the best players in the league. How is this a small market? The word small market should never come up with the league MVP involved.
No. And at the end of the day, let's just keep it all the way a buck. I mean, you got the last standing teams in the league. You got all of these teams. These are the last survivors right here. Like, come on. I hate when people do that because it's like, I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I mean, it's been times where I'm like, okay, this didn't look right. This didn't feel right. But at the end of the day, I mean, if they was going to stage it, then why the hell you going to put two so-called small market teams in the mix at the end, right? So this you got a finals with no LeBron James, no Stephen Curry, no Kevin Durant. You know what I'm saying? No Joker, right? But when I watched back in the day when you had, I want to say probably about the early 2000s, that was my favorite time watching All-Star Weekend, right? All the stars out there. I remember I think it was the year 2000. Was that the year the Vince Carter dunk contest?
I think.
Yeah,
I
want to say it was
whatever
2000.
year that was a hell of an All-Star game.
That was All-Star Weekend right there. The year before that, the year after that, and the next, couple years after that, then it started kind of
Jordan last year.
Yeah. But it's like, come on, man, dude. Your stars are moving around the league, these contracts, the way they set up, the way they got the super team shit going on. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's time to just dismiss the fact that this guy got to be in New York for it to work. This guy got to be in LA for it to work. Nah, bro, you done had 8 champions in 8 years, right? That tells you what? How many big market teams do you have? Right? At some point, you done had multiple so-called small market teams in the championship. Your numbers are down. Do something about that. Do something about it. You need to take a page out of the MLB and the NBA need to take a page out of the NFL because they done had it figured out for a while.
And see,
they had it figured out for a while. I watch more women's basketball than I watch NBA.
Thank you. You know what's crazy about that? Again, you took something right out of my head. whether you hate them, love them, indifferent, don't even think about them. Roger Goodell should go into the Basketball Football Hall of Fame. You know why? Roger Goodell would have the Detroit Lions play the Cleveland Browns on Monday Night Football. Back when they were horrible.
Yeah.
Back when they were horrible. You gonna watch everybody in this damn league one time.
Yep. Because
every
team has a star.
Every
team has a star. Name me one team in the NFL that don't have a star.
And then how about this? Show me one. Now you might have a year without a star, but you ain't gonna have an era. The Detroit Lions have been horrible for the vast majority of my life. But you know what? In the 80s, they had Billy Sims. Then they got Barry Sanders for 10 years. And then they had Herman Moore. Then they had Megatron. And now the whole team is good.
Listen, man, let me tell you something. I just thought about something. If maybe you can answer the question, Jungle, if you still in there, Big Illinois, if you still in there.
Yeah,
when was the last when was the last time you had a Pro Bowl without just about every team being represented?
No, well, you have to have one team, one person from every team, I think.
Okay.
Or in Major League Baseball, you one person from each team.
Okay, so they do. Every team is represented in these games. Okay, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
I know for a fact that every team in MLB is represented in the All-Star game.
But I tell you like this, I can't think of off the top of my head. I can't think of an NFL team without I can't think of an NBA team that don't have at least one player I would consider a dog. You know what I'm saying? Even the Charlotte Hornets. You know what I'm saying? So
the Bulls got Kobe White. They got the new young boy. I mean, you got Lonzo Ball. I mean, dude.
My point is, this is my point, man. Dude, you got the talent. You got the product, right? As a businessman, market your product. Why have a product that you have an overhead for that you are not investing in from a marketing standpoint? Invest in that. Dude, push it. Now, I ain't got no ideas on how they can sell it now because I think the game done been so compromised. But go ahead.
You got the MVP. Why have I not heard one word about the fans in Canada? Shea Gilgeous-Alexander is from Canada. Why ain't we promoting Canadian football, basketball right now?
Yeah.
We saw how when the Toronto Raptors went nuts. When they won, those people up there went nuts. We ain't heard one word about the fan support for the country's one guy. He is the guy in Canada.
You did it when you had Steve Nash. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you. And he ain't wearing a damn thing.
Nope.
You know, it's just, man, it's just a joke. Adam Silver, look, I'm all for people getting all their money. I'm all for people paying attention and respecting the employees. But look, dog, I don't want to hear the players run the league. No, they don't. You're not finna. If I own an NBA team, I'm gonna be out here like Mark Cuban. You're gonna have Xboxes and PlayStations in your locker. You're gonna have the best doctor, all that. But you ain't gonna run my team. Tell you what, go on over there. Go. Because I would be the authentic Suge Knight. If you don't want the press all in your face, you don't want nobody bad mouthing you, come to H-Rap.
Yeah. But I'm gonna tell you, the opportunities that you have to do it, though. I mean, and that's why, like, man, listen, I'm about to catch hell when I say this right here. Let me go ahead. I'm about to catch hell when I say it, but I'm gonna say it anyway. You know, I'm not a fan of the TNT crew.
Me either.
Charles, Kenny, Shaq, Ernie. I mean, and I like those guys individually, but
I don't,
bro. It get to a point to where. Who are they? What's their market base? You know what I'm saying? It's older guys who already shit on the league anyway. It's a lot of the older crew that's like, oh man, back in the day, Jordan would have did this, Jordan would have did that. Jordan don't play no more. He don't play no more. He ain't played for a very long time. Get some blood up there that's going to attract the new audience. You know what I'm saying? Now, a lot of young people still watch basketball. My son watched basketball, but you're not really doing anything in that regard to bring in no new blood, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's bad enough because
Really?
right now, you got to remember, go back to the tech conversation. What you see now? How many kids 25 and under that actually watch television? You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody even watching TV like that. TV ratings as a whole is going down. But nigga, it's like you gotta do something. And I think that's one area right there. You gotta start having the younger generation market to the younger generation. You know what I'm saying? So
Either that or teach them something, which is no teach. See, when it was just Kenny and Ernie, they would talk basketball. Shaq and Charles, they talking. Jungle said something. See what he said? Shaq and Charles, they are arguing about stuff that fat ladies in San Antonio and how many championships I got. Man, don't nobody care about that, man.
yeah.
Like you said, what does that have to do with Gilchrist Alexander? What does that have to do with your Joker? What does that have to do with the ball boy in Charlotte? What does that have to do with all the tea in China? Who cares, Shaq? Don't nobody care that you was the most dominant guy in your era. But guess what? You was the most dominant guy in your era, and you was the leading league in sweeps. You led your era in playoff sweeps.
They gonna blackball us if they see this.
Good.
If they see this, then that means we did something right. But they going as soon as they see this, they gonna try to pull us off of YouTube. It is what it is.
Do.
It is what it is.
I like Ernie and Kenny, them other two clowns. I like it better when it's Draymond up there or Jalen or Chris Webber or one of them dudes. Because nobody want to hear all that. Oh, this era is this and this. No, what y'all okay? This is what y'all do. Get y'all ass in the coaching.
Hey, you know what? Really? I mean, shit. You got to figure it out. Do that. But I ain't gonna spend a whole lot of time shitting on them. I just don't like them, and I don't think anybody that know me know that already. But yeah, Adam Silver, he looked like one of them Men in Black aliens or something too.
Adam Silver is Mr. Byrne from The Simpsons. Look us.
I don't even know how I never saw that before. I don't know how I never saw that before. But you're right. Damn, Mr. Burns. Mr. Burns don't know shit about basketball.
Right. I mean, I like.
You know what though? I mean, you got how many teams in the NBA? You got 30 teams in the NBA, which means you got 30 owners, which means you got 30 GMs, right? I don't know what they be discussing in the meetings, but out of all of these people, somebody had to have come up with some kind of idea by now to try to figure this one out. And I don't understand why.
They using ChatGPT. They using the nerds. Oh, well, you know what a 3 is? I would rather you miss a 3 than make a 2. When I was hey, it's hard for me to watch pro basketball now. After I heard what's his name, Rudy Gay, on 7 p.m. in Brooklyn, Carmelo Anthony, one of the best basketball podcasts in the history of the world. I love it. Watch it. He ain't better than us, but it's Melo. But Melo and Rudy Gay said they got run out the league because they mid-range specialists.
Yeah.
Yep. When Melo said preseason, he come off a pin, pull up, nail the jumper, and then they was like, no. He said, oh, I'm sorry. And he had to, I'm sorry because I hit a shot.
Listen, man, what was it? I think it was it might have been the last game, game two. Game 2, in that first, I want to say it was the first quarter and a half. It was 27. It was 17 out of their first 27 shots with 3-point shots, 3-point attempts. Indiana, 17 of their first 27 shots were 3-point shots. Dude, I don't think people realize, or these experts, that's hard to watch, man. It's hard to watch.
I got one question.
It's hard to watch for me. I'm just saying.
What used to be? What is the number one prerequisite when we grew up to play basketball? Height.
Right.
Height. Are you tall?
I mean,
you were qualified
as an average person, yeah.
If you were in 6th grade, meaning 11 or 12 years old, and you were 5'10", they put you on the basketball team.
Mm-hmm.
If you got a foot taller, they thought you were going pro. Now, with that being said, if you 7 feet tall and you shooting 22 feet away from the basketball rim, They might as well have a 6'4" and under league.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You got Anthony Edwards, arguably the most athletic young man in the NBA, shooting threes.
Yeah.
Because
Right.
Steph Curry, look, man, no, you're not. If you have plans on being the greatest shooter in the history of the league, then keep shooting like Steph Curry. If you're trying to be the best basketball player in the history of the league, you need to be watching you some damn. You need to be watching some Dwayne Wade and some Ray Allen.
Man, I'm gonna say
Period.
something crazy as hell right now. It should be illegal for any player other than a guard to shoot a 3-point shot. If you ain't a point guard or a 2 guard, you ain't got no business shooting no damn 3. Man, I listen. And we'll talk about the finals when the finals, you know, if that shit if it heats up. But when I watched damn, I can't remember who it was. It wasn't Miles, it was Toppin, your boy from Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
When I watched
Obi
him
Toppin.
on a fast break, get to the other side of the court, run away from the basket, out to the 3-point line just to jack up a 3. It ain't the fourth quarter. You ain't got 10 seconds left in the game. The paint, ain't nobody down there just flooding the paint where you can't get to the bucket. Your mind went directly to, I got to get outside this 3-point line and I got to shoot this shot. When I saw that, bro, I swear to you, I turned the TV off. I ain't even joking. I turned the TV off, went there, brushed my teeth, got ready for bed.
There it is.
I can't watch it. I got to find that play. I got to pull it up. I got to pull it up for another podcast. I got to find that play. That pissed me off. When is game 3 tomorrow?
Yep, tomorrow.
Yeah.
I mean, look, by the way, Obi Toppin, the year he was drafted, had one of the greatest dunks I've ever seen in my life. So you got one of the greatest athletes in your game, neutralizing all his athleticism to do this. How you outside your man? That's why just like, I got one conspiracy theory before I tell you. The WNBA is about to overtake the popularity of the NBA because sportsmen like you, I'm assuming your man Don, Jungle Brother, big Milwaukee, because he ain't even from Illinois, y'all. The dude from Milwaukee.
Oh shit, he a fraud.
He a fraud, man.
Come on, Big Ill.
But yeah, but people who truly love engaging and watching sports, I got some bad news for y'all. The black NBA player is about to fall to the wayside, much like the black Major League Baseball player. Shea Gilgeous SGA, he is black, just as black as you and I, but he from Canada. Giannis, just as black as you and I, but he from Nigeria. My man Pascal Siakam from Nigeria. It's going to be a shortage of black males from America in the NBA. Mark my words.
I don't doubt it. Because they've been going in that direction for a minute. But, I mean, like, the Olympics, every time they go overseas and they do them Olympics, they come back with 2 more foreign players. And listen,
I'm telling you.
If they can play, they can play.
They can play.
If they can play, they can play. You know what I'm saying? But I tell you what you're going to have to do, though. Get back to fundamental basketball.
Thank you.
Because that's what they playing over there. That's what a lot of those organizations are playing over there. And some of them will come over here and they adopt this new way of playing. You know, your Luka Doncic and them. You know what I'm saying? But
they don't change though. Dog, Luka don't shoot a lot of threes. He has the ability to shoot the 3. Luka do all the stuff in the paint.
Yeah.
Joker do a lot of his damage in the paint.
I just
SGA mid-range killer.
Listen, to address the topic, Adam Silver, please do something to take advantage of the Olympics as it relates to marketing. Take advantage of your All-Star weekend. Take advantage of your off-season. You know what I'm saying? Take advantage of your playoffs and the NBA Finals. Take advantage of that because you got opportunities there.
What's your thoughts on that before we go?
What's that?
They are toying with the idea of the United States versus the world.
Ooh.
All-Star game, though.
You said All-Star game.
All-Star game.
Yeah. Hey, it's perfect. It's perfect. Make sure, listen, now you're talking about all events, right? That's the 3-point contest, the skills challenge.
No, the game.
Just the game itself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So make sure if you're going to do that, because now you're going to have attention on your entire weekend, make
Mm-hmm.
sure you set everything else up to where it's just as meaningful as that particular game. Try to do something with that, because that's an
Second question:
opportunity. Okay, go ahead.
is it enough foreign all stars to field a team?
Yeah.
And what do you do with Maurice Nesbitt, two guard off the Chicago Bulls, averaging 28 points, but you trying to win the game, so LeBron get Maurice a job?
Hey, man, listen, if you
Well,
got to
they'll
win, you
get
got to
Maurice
win.
a job. No. So how do? But Mo ain't trying to hit it because Mo got a $2
It
million
ain't his
kicker to win
decision.
off right now.
It ain't his decision. You know what I'm saying?
So I'm just saying, is
Because
how is
listen,
Mo gonna feel though? Because I got this $2 million kicker in my contract to make the All Star game, and y'all gonna switch it up and make me miss the All Star game to draw more people in. Damn that! I'm just saying, if I'm Maurice Nesbitt,
so this is the question you got to ask yourself: what's more important? How important is winning this game to you? What does that mean for the league as a whole? You know what I'm saying?
hey, Maurice Nesbitt don't give a damn about
I get
the
that.
league.
I get that. But now is
I'm
what you
playing
give a
devil's
damn
advocate.
about. No, I get you. I
Mocha
get
just
you.
said
I
something.
understand
See
that.
what
But
Mocha
now,
said.
huh?
I'm blind. What Mocha say? I said, see,
Oh
she
yeah,
said I was
I was trying to get these chats up on the screen. I'm struggling with that tonight. But she said I was watching First Take and Stephen A said there are not enough American born players, but there are enough European players.
See,
Hey, that's where we
because
at now.
LeBron 3 days older than baseball.
Mm-hmm.
KD and Curry old as my grandmama coat.
Mm-hmm.
Who else? What you gonna get Zion and my man out
Man,
of
listen.
Memphis?
You finna go get your Ja Morant, your Cade Cunninghams. You're gonna get Mr. Overrated, and you know what I'm saying. Hope that work. I
It's
mean, I'm
gonna
trying to
be
think who else you
interesting.
got. Nah, think about the stars you got. Okay, who's your starting five? Who's your starting five?
Okay, let's just fast forward this 2 years when LeBron and KD and Curry out the way.
Yeah, right, right.
Who gonna play?
Who gonna play? So at point guard, you starting
You got you got
Tyrese
you got
Halliburton.
Halliburton.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
got potentially a homeboy from Sacramento. I can't think his name. Left hand buddy. I know I'm left hand
Oh
guys.
man, yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about. But okay, let's say you start Halliburton. At your 2,
Mhm.
you gonna go SGA. You putting him
No,
at a 2?
SGA from Canada.
Well,
He
yeah.
ain't playing with
Damn.
us.
Okay. All right. So, damn. What's my boy from
Yeah.
Detroit? Cade Cunningham.
Eddie
Well,
Cunningham.
all right.
You got the young fella from Seattle. He played with the Orlando Magic. I don't know his name.
Yeah, because I'm thinking about I might hell.
So I'm telling you,
I might throw Anthony Edwards at the 3. You know what I'm saying?
Anthony Edwards out there. You got
Uh
maybe AD.
y'all about to say you gotta take AD at this point. So
You got the
now,
point guard out of New York.
yeah. So then at your 4, you're gonna go with who you want to go with at
Zion.
the 4? Man, Zion ain't going. His damn ankle's gonna be tore up or something. But
But
let's
you know
just say
what?
he was healthy. Give me Zion.
Zion, Ingram.
But just the fact that we having this conversation let you know where we headed. You know, as far as the
Mm-hmm.
NBA go. And I love hoops, so I mean, shit. I'm pretty sure they'll figure it out. Hopefully, they will.
Cool J say Anthony Edwards is a 2.
DMV say gonna put him at the
Yeah,
2.
yeah.
Shout out to
Jungle
DMV.
said the same thing.
Nah, man. Listen. I don't even know if I want to put him at the 2. I might have to throw him at the 3. Who you gonna put at the 3? Who y'all putting at the 3? Give me y'all top 5. Give me y'all
Just what I'm
top
saying.
5 on that one.
Brandon Ingram is one of them. They're gonna have to get the white boy who
What you
coming in the
do?
league right now.
Well, you can't do Wimby because
He French.
he from
That boy older than Brown.
France. Yeah. You start throwing names out there, you be forgetting.
I'm telling you, dog, it would be
Yeah.
hard, dog. It would be hard to feel because our dumb asses out here shooting threes, man.
Mm-hmm.
And the first coach that gets the power like a Popovich to say, man, get your big ass in the paint and let a
But you
man
know
work
what
out.
though? Every year, like you talk about the Olympics, you start talking about talking about the All-Star weekend, it's always what can we do to make it better. Damn, I forgot about
Mm-hmm.
Tatum, Jungle. Yeah, you still got Tatum and Jalen
If
Brown.
he gonna be
Do
good in
something
2
with
years
them.
with the jacked up leg.
Hey, all this shit
Then
hypothetical.
you got Brown, Jalen Brown.
Mm-hmm.
And see, this is the facade they tell us the world is catching up. No, the world ain't catching up, man. The world is not catching up. I don't give a damn what you say. The world is not catching up. Put it like this. Naming all these wayward dudes that we naming. You go get France.
Wayward.
Just the French team. Look, ain't none of these dudes just out of this world, next level, LeBron, Kobe level, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just the dudes. You get Anthony Edwards, you get Halliburton, you get Cook, that's his name, Cook, who's at the Kings. You get
Yeah.
the dude out of New York. You get all these stars. You get the best players in New York. How the motherfuckers play the French team? America will beat the hell out of France. America will beat the hell out of all these countries. Now, if you put them all on one team, they might beat America. But if you take the best players in America, American-born players, and send them to any country, they will beat the hell out of them. You want me to tell you how I know? I got a cousin who played out of the country basketball, and he is known as the machine. He done won 2 league MVPs, and he couldn't make an NBA team.
Bro, and that's been
Every
the case.
time, look, every time one of these dudes leave America, can't cut it in the league, you find out, well, he won 4 MVPs in the Euro League. So no, they're not catching up. Get the hell out of here. They're not catching up.
We breed athletes, bro.
Hallenberg, Ant-Man, Tatum, Zion, AD. Exactly. Put that team against any Euro team in the world. They will beat the entire hell out of them. Put up against the Nigerian team, put up against the French team, put up against the English team, the Irish team, the Dutch team, the Greek team, and they'll beat their ass. Now, if you put all those people from Europe on one team, maybe they'll beat them. But nah, dog. Nah. And then, how about this? Remove the racism and discrimination and the personal feelings out of it, and you have a bunch of more. And then reinstitute real basketball when you can drive to the hole and dunk on people and shoot mid-range jump shots. That's a whole nother situation.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
6'10", shoot 22 feet away from the rim. Like you said, if you 16 and shoot 22 feet away from the rim, they should make it a law that the coach should be able to run out on the court and slap the hell out you.
That's a technical foul all day long.
Right.
If you ain't no guard, stay your ass off behind that line.
You know, if you have the ability, like Dirk wasn't shooting threes all the time. He had the ability to. Joker ain't shooting threes. Having the ability to do something and do
shit, it froze up on me.
Totally different things.
Yeah.
Me?
Nah, you good. You good. You had a little glitch, but you all right. All right, man. Before we get out of here, man, what you got for us, Rap?
Well, I don't even know what I'm gonna do tomorrow. I haven't even. Last week I was in the zone and wrote out my Thursday show, Friday show, Monday show, and today's show. And I didn't think all that time, and I didn't think Wednesday. So I don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna do something tomorrow. Next week, y'all, I'm announcing next week's show. We are doing a music program. The whole show is gonna be about music. We want y'all to participate. Here's the topic. A few months back, Dr. Dre said the best albums are made with one producer. We want y'all to come in with at least 5 albums that one producer made to prove that or disprove it. If you disagree, disprove it collectively. Don't give me remember that time. No, not remember that time. Give me a bunch of albums that was 10,000 and see if they stack up against. The next thing is I made a statement. Nas' catalog is better than Jay-Z's catalog. We're gonna talk about that.
Damn right.
Now I want y'all to tap into us. To me, every at least 4 days a week on the End of the Bench Media, we gonna be here once or twice a week. We gonna have a special guest, a super dope person. We ain't gonna tell y'all. Tap in next week and y'all can find out. Monday on the forecast, we are doing what's the new Taraji movie that's on the number one movie in the nation? Straws, and then we gonna talk about Straws too next week. You know, we're gonna talk about Tyler Perry next week, Mo. But before we get into our music, because everybody's complaining that Tyler Perry is a one-man gang and he needs to give it up. We're going to talk about that. We got a
Okay.
lot to talk about, y'all. Keep tapping in. If y'all got something y'all want to tap in with us, y'all got our phone numbers, y'all got our email address, y'all got our social media. Send us a message, tell a friend and tap in. We are the best podcast in the history of the internet. If you think you're better than us, you really should stop podcasting because you're lying to yourself and go get Jesus because he waiting on you.
Yeah, talk that shit, Ralph. Talk that shit. Shout out to everybody tapping in, man. We'll do it again next week.
We out.
What I'm not gonna do is turn this shit down to make you happy.